Hi, this is RockinRobin, and today I am in beautiful Palm Beach. I'm going to bring you thrift store shopping with us. If this is your first time here, we sell on eBay, we sell on Mercari, we sell on Poshmark, we sell on Facebook Marketplace, and we sell at the flea market. Stay with us and see how we did. We are starting at the Goodwill today, and I'm going to take you along as I go and show you everything I look at and why. Okay, now of course in this store I'm always going to look up top because you never know what they have hidden up there. I have bought a few things up there in the past. Now I go to the merchandise because I like to look at the hard goods first, and I like to take a pretty good look at everything, because you never know what you're going to find. I'm especially looking for things that are new in box that haven't been opened. Sometimes you find them. This particular Goodwill has been very empty as of late. There hasn't been a lot for me to look at, but I look at everything that I see. I'm not always sure what I see, what it is, but I look up what I can. Now this I thought was some kind of old photography equipment. I remember when I was younger, much younger, in college, and I had to make black and white film, and I know I used something similar to that. But I did not buy it because who makes black and white film like that anymore? Now we're heading over to the glass and the mugs. Now when it comes to mugs, what I look for is Starbucks or Disney. Something very unique and very different. And sometimes I will find something with a good name and I will look it up. And you'll be surprised. Sometimes they're worth a lot of money. Sometimes they're not. That one I thought might be Fiesta, but it was not. So I did not buy it. I didn't find a whole lot in here to look at, but hey, it's always worth a look because you never know. Now when it comes to clear glass, I usually just avoid it. Here are some other pieces. There was nothing in here that I saw that really looked good. There's some snow babies, but I'm not sure if anybody even collects those anymore. See how you look on the bottom? See what the name is. Always check it out. This one did not even have a name, so I did not bother with that one. And as you can see, this is a clear glass. Unless it says Waterford or a big name, I'm not interested, and I really didn't want to go through every single one of those. Now, if I go over here, I saw these are the items that they just brought out and they haven't put into the cases yet. Now, this I thought might be interesting because it was new in box and there was a lot of them. So I did take one to look at and check it out on the app. Now, I did find on the app that they were selling, but this one they were asking $5 for, and they were only selling for $15 with shipping. I didn't really think that that was worth my time, so I did end up putting it back and not purchasing them. Even though there was a bunch of them, sometimes it's just not worth it. $15 and a $5 purchase, by the time you pay tax and then you pay eBay fees, you're really not making enough. I try to have at least 4 times my profit or it's not worth it. I always take a quick look at electronic equipment and toys. Toys are a very good thing to purchase because you never know what you're going to find, and people like vintage stuff. So I always do take a look at toys. They did have a lot of books. Sometimes there's some interesting books, although I didn't find any today. Then I headed back over here to look at hard goods, see what other types of things I could find. But I didn't find much. I saw this clock from afar and thought that it might be really interesting. But when I picked it up, I could tell that it was plastic and cheaply made and really not worth anything. I headed back to the toys, hoping that I would find something. But on this day, there was nothing for me. I looked at the appliances next. I don't buy a lot of appliances, but once in a while you might find something interesting or new in box, so I had to take a look anyway. Now I went and I'm looking through the dress shirts. I go to the men's dress shirts. I don't buy a lot of women's. I was hoping to find maybe a rain spooner or something interesting like that. Sometimes I find unique things. I did see a Tommy Bahama and I thought about purchasing it, but for some reason it just didn't strike me as outstanding, so I didn't. And usually I would have, but I just, you get in one of those moods where you just don't feel like buying something. So I didn't. And I just continued to look. I did look up the Fat Farm. It was not worth anything, that one. And then I went to t-shirts because you gotta look for vintage t-shirts. Did I find anything? Well, I found some interesting things. I did find a New York Giants shirt that I thought was interesting, but since the season's over, and I have a lot of NFL clothes, I decided not to grab it this time. I did end up looking, but I did not find anything. I did not purchase anything in the t-shirts as well. This is a tough store sometimes. I thought that was a Coca-Cola, but it was some kind of lime cola thing. I didn't purchase it. Most of these shirts I had gone through before, and it didn't look like there was anything that was that exciting that was new, so I kind of skimmed it rather than going in each particular shirt. Looked back to see if there's any furniture. Sometimes in the furniture section there's things I can find for the flea market, or sometimes Facebook Marketplace. If you find something really interesting, I'll try it on Facebook Marketplace first, and then if no one buys it, I'll bring it to the flea market. You never know what you're going to find. I didn't see anything on this day, but there's been many days that I have picked up items and either sold them on Facebook Marketplace or the flea market. Then I went to shoes and purses. Now, most of the shoes they have here that are any good, they do charge a lot for. They do charge $39, $49 for. Most of their items are $5.99 or $9.99, but anything that's Nike is going to be very, very expensive. So, I may look at it and I may have to look it up, but usually their comps are really good to what eBay is, so it's really not a whole lot of profit. At this particular store, every store is different. I looked at the jewelry and they all look like very common costume jewelry to me. I didn't see anything that stood out. Went back to take a quick look at the ladies. I look for Teva or Crocs, but there's a lot of brands if you know what you're looking for to check out. I'm not that big into shoes, but I like to look. So on to the next store. I didn't buy anything at that first store. This store is a little more expensive. It's not a Goodwill. It's just a typical thrift store that you may find. I did look at this bird. I was hoping it might be a bohm or something that I thought was interesting, but the name was nothing that stood out to me. So did not purchase that. They do have some areas where they put the best stuff. So I always will end up there anyway. And if it's not there, then I'm assuming it's probably not that great of a name. Now this did not have a name on it. I thought it was really nice, but it was more like a blown glass. It wasn't a Fiesta or a Hall or anything like that. So did not take that. Okay, went over. Sometimes I have found some rain spooners here and some very nice Tommy Bahamas. So I have to stop and look at the men's and see what they could find. And even t-shirts, sometimes they have some nice stuff. But today, boy, it was a rough day on this thrift store. These are the cases where they often have really nice stuff, and I have bought a lot of good items in these cases and made money off of them, because a lot of times they'll sell them, and then if they haven't sold in 2 weeks, they'll lower the price and they'll continue to lower it. I think they start with eBay prices and they lower it. So I have gotten some good deals in here if you're waiting, you're patient, but of course not on this day. And I don't know if you could tell, but I'm using my cell phone because I forgot my camera, my nice camera at home. So I had to use my cell phone for this video. I looked those up. Most of the stuff I had looked up, and they were not selling for that much. They were probably charging more, I believe, than they were selling for. I also looked up that Easy Tracer, and it wasn't selling for much more than it was worth. Most of these items I had looked up in previous trips, and the comps were not very good, so there was no reason for me to purchase them. But I have to look at everything, because you never know what you're going to find. That's why we go thrifting. I'm sure that's why everybody goes thrifting, because you don't know what you're going to find, which makes it fun. Stopped to take a look at the long sleeve shirts because I didn't find anything in the short sleeve. Maybe I'll find something in the long sleeve. Took a quick look, nothing. Went to the next cases where they have more stuff. Interesting, but nothing that was going to make me any money. They have another room with some more items. Sometimes I find something in here. Not a lot, but you never know, like I said. So let's check it out, see what I can find. Anytime I see a toy, I need to check it out, especially a Wonder Woman. Now that one didn't look like any Wonder Woman I know, and it had a bunch of marks, and it had to see some holes in the arm, so I'm thinking it belonged to something else, and it wasn't complete. It had to go with a truck or something, so I did not buy that. And they could see, look how Cameo is not that happy. My puppy, she says, "Are we almost done yet?" I did buy a few items at this store, and you can see how long the line is. The line is long because it was 50% off day. So I'm going to show you next some of the items that I actually did purchase thrifting. Just stay tuned. Found this Hallmark ornament. It is a Penn State. I'm going to put it in my box for next year. Yeah, I'm thinking ahead. It seems like far ahead, but you know, you don't always find the Christmas items when Christmas is here. So you take them, you put them in a box, and you save them for December next year. I also did buy this Denver Broncos helmet. I have some from other teams and they have sold, so I took it. I know I gotta wait until maybe August to put that one up, but that's fine, it will sell. And I found this Mickey hat. This is actually a hat. You put it on your head. It's quite cute. And I know that somewhere out there, some girl, young girl, maybe older girl, who knows, is dying to try it. So these are the things that we found, which isn't a lot. So I hope you enjoyed that. What I want you to do is right now, go find something, put it up on eBay or Mercari, and then go make yourself some money. See you soon.